everybody, Moo here. I hope you guys had a fantastic Christmas, and I hope your New Year's is going to be equally as good, if not better. And, of course, first things first, we got to give a big shout out to Tsum Luke, especially because he went out of his way to get the data mined leaks for us during the holiday season. So if you haven't already, make sure to get on that Tsum Tsum subreddit. Leave him a big thank you, because without him, we wouldn't be able to get all these wonderful images, amalgamate them all into one place where we can kind of talk about and see what's coming our way in the following month. So, what are we actually getting in January 2021? Well, we're getting 5 new Tsum Tsum, a lot of cool Tsum in the select boxes and the capsules. It's going to be a pretty decent month overall, so we might as well start off with the 5 new Tsum Tsum that we will be getting. As you can see, it's going to be 3 villains, and we're also going to be getting some Kingdom Hearts Tsum Tsum. Now, I'm sure what is on everyone's mind when they look at that, they're going to be seeing, oh, a Maleficent is coming. Is this Maleficent going to be power creeping the other Maleficents in the game? No, she is not. So don't worry about it. If you have Dark Fairy Maleficent, if you have Maleficent Dragon, they are still better, in my opinion. Of course, all the Maleficents are relatively close in power level because they all primarily do the same thing. They explode the chain that you make, along with surrounding Tsum Tsum. Now, certain Maleficents have a little bit of an added boost, like Dark Fairy Maleficent, where you can clear bubbles, or, you know, they reduce the number of Tsum Tsum on screen to like 2 type or 3 type, depending on if you're using the 5-4 booster item or not. Those ones will always give you a little bit more value, and as a result, I still think Dark Fairy Maleficent is the absolute best Maleficent variant in the game. So, if you have her maxed out, you know, you're not going to get power creep. No worries about it. Now, as far as the other Tsum Tsum are concerned, you know, we have Angry Hades here. We have Pirates, Sora. Yeah, you know, they kind of do what basically everybody else does in the game. Judge Frollo, just a vertical clear. Nothing particularly interesting there. Hades is kind of a clone of Jafar. He clears in an X shape. Pirate Sora I thought was going to be a little bit more interesting because there's 3 different things kind of built into the skill. There's like a bottom clearing portion or a vertical clearing portion that is very much like MU Mike's vertical clear, and a center clear. However, unlike the Star Wars Tsum Tsum that we got back in the fall that kind of chained all of their abilities together with one single skill press, what you're going to get from Pirate Sora is each individual skill press will only give you 1 variant, and it kind of cycles through all 3 variants. So nothing fancy, nothing special. Essentially, you get like Steamboat Mini, MU Mike, and a center clear mixed into one, and each skill happens once, then the next one comes up in the rotation. So I was hoping a little bit more, but still, it's going to be an above average Tsum Tsum. I expect about 4,000 to 5,000 base coin for an average game, like with most other clears of that nature. Again, Angry Hades, cross-shaped clear. I expect him to be in the 70th percentile as far as coin earnings are concerned. Judge Frollo, you can always use the vertical clearing trick with Tsum Tsum like this, so you can always squeeze out a little bit more efficiency out of them. And other than that, I expect them to be about on par with every other Tsum Tsum that we have in the game. So unfortunately, in terms of creative, fun Tsum Tsum, we're not really getting anything new, which is okay, whatever. As long as all of these Tsum Tsum give you some kind of value and they're not complete garbage, it's fine. Young Sehanort here is kind of the only one that requires a little bit of a gyro element to the gameplay. He'll clear a little bit above the screen, so basically what you want to do is you want to use gyro to have like an even section of Tsum Tsum at the top for the first section of his ability, and the second portion of his ability you tilt the phone to the right, because he will hit a diagonal slash from the top right to the bottom left. So this one is not ambidextrous. You kind of do have to tilt the phone to the right if you want to get the maximum value from the young heart there. So there's that. He doesn't hit for very much, maybe high 30s at SL6. Actually, no, low 30s at SL6. So he's probably going to be the weakest out of the bunch, or she. I can't really tell. I'm not familiar with that character. If you haven't already figured that out, I can't even say their name, dude. But out of the 5, that one's probably going to be the weakest, in my opinion. The other ones are going to be on par with what we already have in the game. As far as the select boxes are concerned, quite honestly, the select boxes are a little bit weak this January of 2021, dude. I hope 2021 is going to treat us a little better. You know what I'm saying? But as far as, you know, some that you should maybe get or at least consider, depending on how many coin you have available to you, I would say Dark Fairy or Maleficent Dragon for sure. That's probably the best Tsum Tsum out of both select boxes. That's going to be the highest value box in my opinion. The other one is Aqua. Aqua is a very good scorer. But other than that, I think both of the boxes are relatively weak. I mean, you have, you know, Genie Jafar. That one's also quite good if you saw my 2020 tier list of sorts, which was the last video I posted. So, you know, those are the good ones. Dark Fairy, or why do I keep saying Dark Fairy? Maleficent Dragon and the Genie Jafar are the 2 good ones in that one. And then you have Aqua in this one, which is kind of the real standalone one there. The other ones are kind of average, maybe above average. So that's why I don't think the select boxes are really worth it. I mean, you might as well pull on the premium boxes if you are interested in a Maleficent type and you don't, like if you're very close to getting Maleficent Dragon to SL6, by all means, you know, go for that box. Make sure you get maximum value from your Maleficent Dragon. But if you don't have a Maleficent, you know, you might as well go for the premium boxes, get the new Maleficent. It does basically the same thing as Maleficent Dragon, but the value is a little bit higher because, you know, Jafar and Frollo will also give you decent, you know, coin earnings for the most part. As long as you don't mind using the vertical clearing trick and abusing the game to its fullest, you'll get pretty good results. As far as the capsules are concerned, you guys know I always have a huge bias towards the capsules because if you buy them outright, you will get a skill ticket, which is the most valuable currency in the game. As you guys already know, I've been beating this drum for years now, but you're able to target that skill ticket at whatever Tsum Tsum you want, which means you can selectively increase the power level of the best Tsum Tsum in the game. So of course, that's going to be the most valuable currency in the game, the skill tickets. And the good news is, one of the capsules is quite good. I mean, Beanstalk Mickey's good, Owl's good, MU Mike is good, Scar is decent, and the other 3 are average. So MU Mike, still one of the top 10, well, maybe not top 10 coin earners in the game anymore, but, you know, within that range. Very, very capable coin earner. Beanstalk Mickey, super fun to play. Owl is an incredibly good utility Tsum Tsum that makes all kinds of bubbles, and you can use it for the challenges that require you to use a skill like 20 times in one game or whatever. Owl is going to do a lot of work for you as far as that is concerned, and of course you get that skill ticket. As far as the other capsule is concerned, well, this one's a little bit weaker. I mean, you get Scrooge and you get Jafar in this one. I mean, 3 copies of Scrooge is pretty good. As you guys know, he's not flashy. In my opinion, he's not really that fun to play, but he has a very high coin multiplier. And you get 3 copies of him. So, you know, again, if you're close to maxing out your Scrooge, that might be an option as well. Jafar is decent, probably dropped down to the 60th percentile as far as I'm concerned, but still a capable coin earner, especially if you are newer to the game and your selection is not as fleshed out as some of the more veteran players. So that's all I got to say for the capsules and for the select boxes. All in all, I think for the most part, you know, unless you guys are really aiming for a particular Tsum Tsum, I would probably just target that one particular capsule with MU Mike and Beanstalk Mickey and Owl. That's the highest value box of sorts that we have coming up in 2021 of January. And of course you get that skill ticket. As far as the select boxes, again, not the greatest selection in this one. Pretty much weak overall, especially when we have a new Maleficent that's being offered as one of the new 5 Tsum Tsum that we're getting. You know, putting Maleficent Dragon in there as the only real hook besides Jafar Genie, I don't know. That one's kind of weak. That one is kind of weak, especially when you have, oh, yeah, I don't know. You guys can decide. In my opinion, I don't think that one's too worth it. And this one with Aqua is even less worth it. I mean, Aqua's really good, but 1 in 12 chance of getting a Tsum Tsum that has decent value, not the best odds in my opinion. As far as the item sales, you can see right at the bottom of the screen there, bottom middle. That's when you want to abuse all the boosters for whatever you have in store for yourself. If you want to get a high score, you know, beat out your friends on that list, or if you want to experiment with some Tsum Tsum for a lower cost, that's when you want to attempt doing all that wonderful stuff. Other than that, the event is basically going to be much of the same. You make the missions in whatever form and or shape they come your way, whether you make chains or bubbles or whatever they request. You get your rewards, your premium box tickets, all that good stuff, and then hopefully you get what you want. Because at the end of the day, we play games to have fun, and as long as you're having fun, it's all worth it. So that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching this. I appreciate you all very much. As always, I hope, again, you have a fantastic New Year's. If you have any questions about the new Tsum Tsum or anything like that, make sure to leave them all in the comment section below. Of course, we will be doing SL3 and SL6 preview videos for all of these Tsum Tsum, where we're going to kind of experiment with their abilities a little bit, see if we can figure out any additional tricks, tips, anything that we can share with you guys, so we can extract maximum value at lower skill levels and maximum skill level, of course. But for the most part, I'm not expecting they're going to be doing anything out of the ordinary. So, you know, don't rush into it. Enjoy your New Year's. We're going to start with the SL3 videos as soon as possible. It might be a little bit later in January, after New Year's anyways. But until then, again, wish you guys the best holiday season possible. And I hope you have fun, get everything you want out of this event and all the new Tsum Tsum, whether for collection, fun, or whatever your intentions may be. And until next time, again, thank you so much for your likes, your subs, and your viewership. I appreciate you all very much, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.